7. Did you have a good weekend? Hopefully. All right, now it's back to work. The 78 really congested in those westbound lanes starting as early as Center City Parkway. That traffic will continue out to just past Nordahl. It's also going to be pretty slow right around Jefferson Drive as you approach the coastline. Now, if you're coming eastbound, San Marcos is where you'll hit the brakes. That traffic will take you to the 15. Also seeing some congestion on that 15 heading southbound through Escondido down to Villa Rancho Parkway. You get a little bit of a break. Yes, that little spot of green. And then in Rancho Bernardo, it's pretty slow again. And then once more from the 56 down to Mercy Road. 56 heading westbound from the 15 over to the 5, completely jammed. 5 heading southbound, very slow starting in Oceanside. That heavy traffic is going to continue all the way down to about Manchester Avenue. Coming up, we'll take a look at your East County and South Bay ride. Out of Santee looks a lot better, just slow at the 125 connector, and then you're going to be busy just before the 15. That heavy traffic is going to take you over to the coast. 8 westbound, backed up all the way to West Main Street, and it's solid all the way until you get to the 5. 805 heading northbound, this heavy traffic is going to start for you right around the 54, and it's on and off all the way up to Claremont Mesa Boulevard. 94 westbound, backed up to just before Kelton Road. Speeds are going to dip into the heading westbound. This is just east of the southbound 125 connector. Traffic is going to be slow back to about Cuyamaca Street, and you're going to see those brake lights until you hit Mass Boulevard. Also looking pretty slow between the 15 and 805. If you're coming out of the East County on that 8 heading westbound, Los Coaches to East Main Street, you are on the brakes, and then you're going to see it slow again at El Cajon Boulevard. This will continue to the 805. And once more, Hotel Circle to the coast. 163, very busy getting into downtown as early as Washington Street. 94 westbound, that's going to be stacked back to Lemon Grove. No relief until you get to the 5. Same thing with the 805 heading northbound. This is absolutely solid at Palomar. And it's going to continue all the way up to Claremont Mesa Boulevard. Very long stretch. Expect major delays. 5 heading northbound, L Street up to the 163. You are on the brakes. It's also stop and go from Old Town up to SeaWorld Drive. If you're traveling in the north, you see some delays out there because of the wet conditions, and just know that this is just the start of it. You heard Leslie say more rain is expected, but the sun is out. Things are starting to dry up. Hopefully you'll have an easy ride home. As for what's happening right now, 78 heading eastbound, slow right around Nordahl. Also looks pretty busy in those westbound lanes. If you're going to be jumping on the 15 heading southbound, pretty busy, but it's not what we typically see. Usually we see traffic through Escondido and get relief at Villa Rancho Parkway. Now it's Villa Rancho Parkway down to about Pomerado that speeds are in the 20s, and then you're going to be in the 20s again right through Rancho Bernardo. Lastly, the 56 down to Mercy Road, you'll see brake lights there as well. 56 heading westbound over to the 5, Camino del Sur, all the way over, it is stop and go. 5 heading southbound, Palomar Airport Road all the way down to Villa de la Valle. It is stop and go traffic. Give yourself plenty of drive time. Still need that extra braking distance because of the wet conditions. 8 heading westbound, Jackson Drive to about the 15, still trying to catch up there. 805 heading northbound, looks for the most part better as you approach the 8, still a little bit of slowing. Most of that congestion, it's going to be Mesa College Drive up to about Claremont Mesa Boulevard. 52 heading westbound, still pretty busy too between the 15 and the 5. That 5 heading northbound slow through National City and again between the 8 and 52. This traffic report is brought. Basically, this motorcycle got completely crushed and trapped underneath the SUV. And unfortunately, when they were able to pull the rider of the motorcycle out from underneath, they couldn't find a pulse. So anyway, it's going to take a little bit of time. Anytime there's a fatal crash, there's an investigation that has to take place, and that takes an hour or so. So expect delays in the area. Now, if you're coming up and out of the southbound, that 805 heading northbound between the 54 and the 8, there's some heavy traffic, and then it's solid between Balboa and Claremont Mesa Boulevard. Out of the East County, 52 heading westbound, your usual at the 125 connector. 8 westbound looks pretty slow starting at Spring Street. It'll continue to Lake Murray Boulevard, not too bad. 94 heading westbound, just a little sluggish as you approach the 805. It picks back up and then slows once more as you get close to the 5. 5 heading northbound, little slow just south of the 94 up to about the 163. Not too bad. In the North County, 78 looks busy in both those east and westbound lanes between about Twin Oaks Valley Road and the 15. As for the 5 heading southbound, La Costa Avenue down through Encinitas, you are on the brakes. 56 looks pretty good. Not too bad out there. A couple of spots getting some Friday light. This traffic report is brought to you by Whit Lincoln. Look, they're starting to improve rather nicely out there this morning, so that's a plus. If you're getting ready to walk out the door, a couple of slow spots still, though. The 5 heading southbound still trying to catch back up. La Costa down to Villa de la Valle, speeds anywhere from the 30s to 40s. As for the 56 heading westbound, you are backed up to about Carmel Valley Road. 78 looks really good. That has cleared in both those east and westbound lanes. And the 15 has actually been moving along all morning. Up and out of the South Bay, 805 heading northbound. Still a little busy between Balboa and Claremont Mesa Boulevard. Also, that 52 heading westbound is going to be sluggish on your approach to the 805. Lastly, the only other slow spot is the 94 westbound, and it's not too bad. Just on your approach to the 5, right around 28th Street, you'll hit the brakes and see that heavy traffic until you get to the connector. So a couple of little delays out there, nothing too bad. Rain is on its way. Could be a little wet this afternoon, especially tomorrow. So please be careful when you're out on the roads. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. That music is suiting 3-time national champs. We are talking about the San Diego Sockers, and if you have not gotten out and supported them, now is the time to do it. We even have the San Diego Soccer girls here with us this morning, getting us all fired up. Coach Quintera is joining us along with Brian Farber. You are a midfielder, and then I've also got Aaron Susi. You are our night. Let's continue this winning streak and have you back and work on some more congratulations.
Hey, thanks, Kerri.
All right. And ladies, we can't leave you out. We're going to let you take us to break. You've got a little cheer to get us pumped up this morning and hopefully get everyone and their families out to the game tomorrow night. Take it away for us.